92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Mini golfing is always a good idea on a first date.
I agree with that.
Unless, of course, you get hammered and then get very upset when you miss a shot and then go on a profanity-laced tirade in front of a bunch of kids and then threaten to beat up the staff.
Has that happened to you? Because that sounds really vivid.
No, it hasn't happened to me, but I'm hoping it's happened to Todd, who's on the phone today, and that's what he did. He went mini golfing and then tried to beat everybody up. Is that right, Todd?
I don't know about beat everybody up, but I did go mini golfing.
Oh.
Okay. Did you get angry at all during the entire 18 holes? How many do you play in mini golf?
I don't know.
Is it
It's
18?
Well, we played both courses, so we played 18 holes, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. You're a mini golf madman.
Oh, yeah, that's my jam right there is mini golf. I mean, it's like the perfect entertainment, perfect first date, all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and so you decided to take the girl that you want to call today mini golfing. How did it go?
I mean, I think it went all right. We were, laughing around, joking around, having a good time. To me, I like taking all my dates mini golfing just because, it's what I do. I actually, I went pro mini golfing when I was, oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Actually
I'm
have
a professional mini golfer.
Wait,
They have
that's
a pro
thing?
circuit?
No.
Yeah, there's a pro circuit. There's leagues. I've toured all around the United States playing mini golf.
Oh, man, what am I doing?
Are you?
Why am I here? I didn't know that, Todd. Can I have an apprenticeship underneath you? Can you teach me so that I can go on tour
Does
mini
he want
golfing?
Daddy?
Yeah, you could be his caddy.
Oh, no, people have cat. Yeah, no, there's whole
Shut up.
leagues.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly,
Amazing.
Wow.
all over the country. There's just so many nice courses.
Wait, what makes a course nice? Like a cool windmill?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. Like some people like more of a challenge, so there's a lot of courses with a lot more obstacles and things in the way. Some courses, they use lighting, different fiber optic lighting to make the courses look tough.
Wow.
Interesting.
Can we just throw out the second date part of this and discuss pro mini golf
Yeah.
for a while?
Yeah,
Because
that's-
this is fascinating to me.
I've always just tried to not step in some little kid's pee when I've been there.
Pee?
Oh no,
Yeah.
some of these courses they don't even allow kids. A lot of these pro courses.
Oh, that's amazing. You have to tell me where those are. All right, let's get to your date. So how was mini golfing with Laura?
That was great. When I take a date out, I'm not trying to be competitive or anything. I'm just having fun and having good conversation and talking to her. And we have a lot of similar interests and stuff like that. But I guess there was just this one thing that we didn't agree on. 95% of the conversation was fantastic. And I don't know if it's just this one little thing or what's going on, but
You didn't get into like politics or religion or something like that, did you?
nope, no politics, no religion, nothing like that. It was actually, we were talking about the lottery, and we were saying, like, what would you do if you won, like, $20 million?
Okay.
Yeah,
Right?
fun convo.
Yeah, how could you get in an argument about that?
Well, she goes, I would donate it to charity.
Like all of it?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want? Why you want to call this girl? She's obviously got bad judgment.
I think that's really noble. Why would that be a bad choice?
Save a few mil for yourself.
Why are you even playing the lotto if you're just going to give it away?
Exactly.
Because maybe you want to do good for mankind.
You see, you and I wouldn't get along on a date either.
All right, so you got into a heated discussion because she said she would give all of her lottery winnings to charity, and I'm guessing you wouldn't give anything to charity?
I would blow it on cars and going out and buying nice houses and
Yeah.
I will
right.
say,
doing fun things.
I can actually see why that would be a reason not to call you back. Because it does, I mean, it says a lot about what type of person you are, what you would do with that type of money, right? You sound a little materialistic and selfish with that answer.
Again, I'm not dating you. I'm trying to date somebody else.
All right.
I'm just trying to interpret why she wouldn't be calling you back.
How heated did things get with her over this?
I mean, not like heated, but there was definitely a disagreement. And, but luckily that was on like the 17th hole anyway. It wasn't like the whole date was really shot anyway, but
Good.
the majority of the date was great. And I'm just not getting a call back, and I don't know.
How did the date end?
I walked her back to her car and gave her a hug or whatever, and that was it.
Well, I mean, I feel like a date is sometimes like a good movie. You remember the beginning and the end. The middle doesn't really matter that much. It's just the part to get you to the end. And if you end really well, it says everything. It's all she remembered.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. But if you like the whole... if you're entertained throughout the whole movie, you're going to go see the sequel.
No, not if the end sucks.
You would never get along, you two.
Yeah, I know, you guys definitely would not be dating. So when she got in her car and stuff, did she seem like she wanted to see you again? Did she say anything or look at you in a certain way? You know that look, Todd.
I I don't know. She's just, she gave me a hug or whatever, and she's like, okay, I'll talk to you soon. And it'd really be a shame if she's not calling me back because of that one thing. Like,
Yeah.
And that's why I hope you guys get her on the phone, because I just want to redo. If that's, give me a mulligan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you.
All right, hang on, man. Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Todd is on the phone, and Todd took a girl named Laura to mini golf for their first date. He said 95% of it was awesome, but there was a bad 5% when they got into a little bit of an argument about how they would spend the money if they won the lottery. Todd says he would spend it all on material things. Laura, bleeding heart Laura, says she would give it all to charity, and I guess they argued about that a little bit. Todd, I do know one thing. If you won the lottery, you wouldn't be having to do a second date update right now. You would have date options, that's for sure.
Right, exactly.
Now, if you guys go out again, are you going to be able to not bring this topic up?
I don't really think so. Like, I think it's a good thing if we bring it up again and talk about it.
Really?
Yeah, it's an important topic, and after thinking about it a little bit, maybe I would give some to charity. Like, that can't be a totally bad idea.
Look at that, Todd. You do have soul.
Or he's just telling her what she wants to hear
Oh, come on, Jubal.
so that he can get another date. All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Laura, please?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Laura, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm fine. Who is this again?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show
Okay.
which airs on the radio.
Duh.
I'm familiar with the radio. I guess I've just
Nice.
never heard of you guys, and I don't really know why you're calling me.
Okay, well, we're a show that's on the radio, and we're calling you
That's it.
because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update, and you went out with one of our listeners recently.
Which one? Who is this?
Whoa, so there's a lot of options?
Good for you.
Well, that's none of your business, but no, who? Like, was it Jimmy?
No, it was not Jimmy. We haven't gotten an email from a Jimmy yet about going on a date with you, but we did get one from a guy named Todd.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that Todd.
Yeah.
I remember Todd. That's what that sounded like.
He says that you guys went mini golfing,
We did.
and now he says you're not calling him back, and he really wanted to see you again. What's wrong with Todd?
I mean, I don't know if I feel comfortable talking to you people.
Well, what can I do to make you comfortable, Laura? This is all about your comfort.
That sounded even creepier to me
it
for
did.
some reason. How about we already heard his side of the story, so maybe it's your chance to tell yours?
Oh, so he told you his side of the story, did he?
Mm-hmm. He did.
What did he tell you?
Well, he told us that you guys went mini golfing, and he says that most of it was great, and there was one time where he thinks he might have upset you because you two were talking about lottery winnings, if you had won the lottery, and he said he would just buy a bunch of stuff, and you were saying that you would give it to charity, and he thinks maybe that's the reason you're not calling him back.
Oh, I mean, that's his opinion, and I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to not date him just because I don't agree with him.
Okay, so you didn't take it like as a red flag that it meant that he was materialistic and selfish.
No, I think most people would probably not want to give all of their winnings to charity. I mean, I think that's probably normal. Like, it wasn't like a good thing, but no, I mean, that wasn't the reason.
So if that wasn't it, then why don't you want to see Todd again?
So is it that he wants to see me? Is that what this is about? Is this why
Yeah.
you're bothering me?
Yes, this is exactly why we're bothering you. And he wants to see you again.
Okay, that's super weird.
And if he can't see you again, he at least wants to know why.
Well, okay, that's fair, I guess. So, he told you we went mini golfing, right? And that he's like a pro and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said he was really good.
That like blew me out of the water. I didn't even know that those people existed.
Yeah, you went on a date with a pro athlete.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, no, it is cool. Like, and I did think that was kind of cool. I didn't know it was a thing either. But when we were golfing, we were having a fun time, and he gave me some pointers and all that stuff. And I made a hole in one.
Awesome.
And he was like, yeah. But then he was like, hey, good job. And he smacked me on the butt. And I was like, okay, that's stepping over a boundary right there.
A little aggressive.
Yeah.
So you didn't like that?
It made me uncomfortable, you know, because like he's a dude, I'm a girl. I just didn't think it was appropriate.
Yeah,
Like,
usually you should share like a first kiss before you go to butt grabs.
Yeah.
Usually.
Did you tell him that you were uncomfortable with that and to not do it again?
no, I probably should have, but I just I didn't want to, like, we were having a good time and I didn't want to, I just wanted to let it go because he's a pro. I don't know, maybe this is a thing they do. I have no idea. And I just let it go. But then at the end of the game, he did it again and he was like, nice playing with you. And like another little smack on the, and it just felt really gross and kind of porny. I don't know.
Good job holding that club, little lady. You earned yourself a booty slap. Not everybody gets one of those.
Yeah, it was just really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I can see how that
Wait a minute. I could explain what's going on if you guys give me a chance to just say, like, I could explain this.
You weren't supposed to jump in yet, Todd.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what is going on?
Laura, that's Todd. He's on the other phone, wants to talk to you, and apparently has no patience.
Yeah, he's a little aggressive. I think she's right.
Oh my god. Okay.
No, it's okay, because I could explain. Like, I'm just excited to, like, hear your voice again. You know, like, we had a good time. I just want to defend myself on that. Like, that's part of, you know, I didn't mean to cross a barrier that I shouldn't have, but that's just a part of the game. You got a hole in one, and I was excited for you. That's like, we do that in the league, and I know I probably should have said that, but it's just like part of the game.
That's God.
It's like a sports slap,
Wait.
like when you're running out on the field and your coach gives you a little slap on the butt. Is that what you were doing?
It's just like in baseball. I'm sure you've probably seen people, like, you know, slap each other on the in baseball.
Yeah, those dudes fondle each other all the time. They fondle themselves and each other.
But here's the thing, Todd. Those dudes know each other. They're on the same team.
Yeah.
They've spent countless hours together.
I mean, we were already together for like 30 minutes, you know, and I just wanted to tell her congratulations and pop, you know?
No, okay. I'm not a guy. Okay, 30 minutes is not enough time for you to be able to touch my butt. That's just not okay. And I'm not in the league with you. And girls don't understand why dude athletes do that anyway. Like, you don't see lady athletes smacking each other on the butt.
I don't know. I slap my girlfriends every once in a while. Like, hey, good game, ladies.
Really?
I don't know. Why not?
Dang, Brooke.
That's really weird, and that's something you do.
It's out there.
All right, so
For all sexes.
You're not doing a whole lot of butt slapping then, Laura.
No, I'm not. And this is a date, Todd. Like, it's just, you crossed a boundary, and
I got you. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. You know, I wasn't trying to do that by any means. I was just getting really excited because you were getting really good at mini golf. We were having fun. We were laughing. Maybe I just misinterpreted the situation, but, you know, I would just like to get a mulligan here and go out on another date and, you know, try again and be respectful. Maybe we'll go out to dinner this time or something.
And after you finish your food, he can give you a nice pat on the butt and be like, good job. Laura, would you like to go out on a second date with Todd? We will pay for it.
I mean,
I think his butt slap was an innocent thing. I really do.
Yeah.
And I feel like now he understands your boundaries. So maybe before he didn't get your boundaries.
I don't know.
But I tell you what, the next time we get together, I'll let you smack me on my butt twice just to get even. Just so that way
Dude,
we're
Laura,
starting off again on an even playing field.
There you
Laura,
go.
you get a free date and you get 2 free butt slaps on him.
I have a feeling she doesn't want those.
I don't want to be smacked, and I don't want to smack anybody. No butt smacks on dates. Like, just no.
I think that's a fair rule, Todd.
I can adhere to that, all right? I got you. Butt slaps are off limits, and that's fine with me. I'm all good with that.
All right, Laura, so what do you say? Butt slaps off limits. Is the second date on? Will you go out with him again?
Well, obviously, Todd, you went through all this trouble to do this, and the second date wouldn't hurt. I had a good time other than the butt slaps. So why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, you got a second date, Todd. Congratulations.
Woohoo! I just stood up and smacked my own butt.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm smacking it for you over the radio, too. Good job.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, note to self, if I want to smack my date on the butt, just take them to do something sporting. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Todd wanted to call Laura. She wasn't calling back after their date mini golfing. We got her on the phone and found out the reason why, and it's because Todd is actually a professional mini golfer. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
But during their game, she would do something good, and he'd like smack her on the butt. Kind of like a sports slap. You know how you do that?
Yeah.
And she was kind of weirded out by it. And why is this dude smacking me on the butt? So she wasn't calling him back because she thought he was a little handsy. He told her that he was just like innocently like, hey, good game or whatever.
Yeah.
And they did decide to go out again, just no butt slaps anymore.
I think it was good on everybody's. I mean, we talked it out.
Yeah, they worked it out. And
Yeah.
now they're going on a second date. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person that didn't call you back.
Gross.
Like that. Why'd you say that?
Did I just say that? That's a weird comment.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
guess it'll make more sense when I explain to you where the guy who's on the phone for a second date update today met the girl that he wants to call. They met while giving blood. That's probably a better way to say it than just vats of blood.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was being unclear.
I thought we were actually going to talk to some vampires.
His name is Miles. Miles, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Not much. Thank you for your email. So it says that you met the girl you want to call while donating blood?
Yeah. Basically, I like to donate blood to my local hospital and stuff.
Good.
Was she a nurse? And every time she'd go to poke you with the needle, you'd play like, ooh, stop it, you silly.
Yeah, I wish, man. But
God, what is with all the nurse fantasies? Always, you guys.
Nurses are sexy.
You're not supposed to poke me. Silly.
The nurse was probably a 300-pound, 62-year-old woman. For all you
Even
guys
better.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro,
man,
cut
way
it
to
out.
really fulfill that fantasy. All right. Sorry we got sidetracked again, Miles. Tell us about the girl that you met.
her name's Emily, and she was also donating blood, which was kind of cool. You know?
I could see how that'd be an easy conversation starter.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was really hot, like nice hazel eyes and nice brown hair, and she was really cute. So I was like, I did my little Mac thing, I was just like, hey, so you're donating blood,
Hey.
Fine.
So
Wow. So
looks like you're donating some blood.
That
It's a
is-
good place to do that. Seems like you're a smart gal.
that is a Mac line if I've
Showed
ever
up
heard one.
to the right venue for that. Did you lay some sweet lines down on her like that, Miles?
Yeah, well, kind of, I mean, I saw her, and she looked really nervous, and I was wondering why. And apparently it was her first time donating blood. So, I wanted to smooth out with her, so I wanted to calm her down, because, I'm a blood donating vet. I've been doing it for, like, years.
Okay.
I feel like you should have a badge for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I calmed her nerves down. I just told her ins and outs, like, it's pretty clean and all that stuff. And that's when we started, like, clicking, and that's when we started talking. And it was really going good. So I was like, hey, afterwards, if you want, maybe we could, like, grab a cup of coffee,
Okay.
And we did. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Great conversation. But, I don't know, like, she never got back to me, and I'm just curious why.
So when you guys went to coffee, what did you guys talk about?
I mean, I was kind of loopy, all right? Like, I'll be honest, like, when I get blood drawn out of me, I'm just really like, ugh, Like, I was kind of airy and stuff.
All right,
So
So
is
you were-
that why you enjoy giving blood so much?
You're like a zombie, I guess, is what it sounds like.
So I don't know if it's like maybe I wasn't 100% aware, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm kind of worried about that.
If you knew you were going to be woozy and kind of an idiot after you gave blood, why did you ask her to coffee to begin with?
Think about it. Like, you just met somebody donating blood, and he was like, hey, let me get your number. I mean, what's the success rate of getting called back, So I
Okay.
figured, let me just try to sell myself to her, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
and so do you feel like you just didn't sell yourself well, and that's why she's not calling you?
No, I think I did. I mean, like, she told me to call her back. She was like, yeah, she was really positive. She showed me positive vibes. She showed me positive stuff. I mean, she said definitely call me so we could go out on a real date.
She said that.
Oh.
So you guys went out for half an hour, had coffee. It was just normal, and she said call me, and now she's not responding to anything.
Well, all right. So I've been thinking about it since then, and this is the only thing I could think of that probably was like a trigger or something. I was talking about like donating blood, right? And how like cool it is and stuff, and how like it's great, it's positive. But I also told her how like I think it's really cool, like when you donate blood, how like you're watching the blood go through like the tubes and stuff. Like it's kind of surreal. Like you kind of look like you feel like a cyborg or something. Like like the blood to the machine and like.
Whoa!
And, like,
Is it weird that I kind of get that? I'm like,
No.
yeah, I don't know. When I donate blood, I think the same thing. Like, whoa, that was in my body, and now it's not, and it's going to go into somebody else's body, and that's crazy.
All right, you're both weird.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I kind of feel like an android, I think life-giving figure, you know? But it seems like she felt the opposite. Like, she kind of cringed when I brought that up. Like, ew, really? Like, if I'm some type of weird vampire dude or some stuff like that. I don't know.
So maybe you creeped her out by saying how much you like watching the blood come out of your body.
I mean, when you phrase it like that.
And how many times have you tried to call her since your little date?
Just twice. I tried contacting her. Once by calling, and then I just sent her a text, and then I stopped. It's been over a week.
Do you
And
think
you-
maybe she could have donated all the blood in her body and
Yeah, that's it, Jubal. That's
like
good.
they took too much and she's not with us anymore?
Oh no!
Oh, that'd be sad.
They're just like, they like literally dehydrated
Yeah.
her.
She looks like an empty Capri Sun packet. Just all the liquids are gone. She's on the floor of the place right now. Well, I hope that didn't happen.
Yeah. I
Me
mean,
neither, yeah.
All right, Miles. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right, man, thanks.
Yeah, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Miles. Normal guy from the city, a little rough around the edges, not scared to pour his heart out or his veins either. Emily. Cute and timid, and her first time at a blood bank. How would these two crazy kids navigate this world together? Who knows? In the unexpected smash hit comedy of the year. How do you spell love? We spell it with a capital O positive. That's right. It's Miles and Emily in the feel-good hit of the year, Love at First Prick. Welcome back to your second date update. If you couldn't tell by that recap, Miles is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl named Emily. They actually met at the blood bank. They were both donating blood together, and afterward they went for coffee. He says that they had a great time, but now she's not calling him back. They had coffee for about a half an hour. She left. She also said, hey, call me so we can go out again. He's tried that. It's been over a week, and he hasn't heard anything from her.
I'm actually confused on this one for you because not only did she give you like a super positive message at the end of your date, but you're a guy who obviously wasn't just out trolling for chicks at a blood bank. Like, you weren't trying to play her or anything. You're actually doing some good for the community.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I do good things, so.
Okay.
All right.
That was to the point.
Well, we'll see if we can get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling you back. All right, man?
All right, let's do this.
Here we go. I'm going to dial her phone number.
Hello,
Hi, is Emily there?
this is she.
Hey, Emily, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from the blood bank.
No.
What's that laughing in the background?
Laughing? I don't hear any laughing. Are you feeling okay after donating blood? Because I don't hear any laughing.
Give her a break.
Now there's a woman on the phone. What's going
Yeah,
on?
there's
Hi, Emily.
3 people on the phone.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I'm a little confused.
Okay, that's normal. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. Why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you because you recently met somebody. His name is Miles. And Miles sent us an email because he told us how you guys met at the blood bank. And he told us all about having coffee after. And he said that he really liked you and he was hoping to go out again, but now you're not returning his phone calls.
Yeah, I'm not returning his phone calls. But why are you guys calling me?
Well, because Miles listens to our radio show, and we do a segment called the Second Date Update. So Miles asked for our help figuring out why you don't want to go out with him again.
Okay, I guess it's as simple as I'm not interested. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, but why would you? I mean, he sounds like a pretty nice guy.
Well, okay, honestly, like he was nice when we first interacted before we gave blood, but it just went downhill from there. And so I'm just not interested. He's just not the guy for me.
How you say it went downhill? How did it go downhill? Because according to him, everything was fine.
Well, he asked me out for coffee afterwards, and I was like, yeah, sure. So, you know when you give blood, how you've got that little cotton ball, like, wrapped around your arm?
Yeah.
So we're walking down the street, and, like, literally every single person from, like, the 5 storefronts when we were giving blood to the coffee shop, he's like, check out my arm. Isn't that look cool? It's so great. Look, I just gave blood.
Wait, he's saying that to people that you're passing on the street or to you?
Yes, to everybody.
He's just shouting at people that he gave blood.
Right. Like, it just came off as a braggart.
Yeah.
Like, was just using every excuse to be like, look how great I am. I've donated blood.
All right.
I'm a saint.
So you don't feel like he was donating blood to actually help out? He was just donating.
Right. It was more to get attention for himself.
Gotcha. Oh, no.
It's not even that. It gets worse. So we go into the coffee shop, and he ordered his coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be all honest with you, like, he paid for mine, which was nice. I'm going to give him props for that.
Sure.
But when the barista's like, what name can I put on here? He's like, the donator.
No.
Are
He
you
did not say
serious?
that.
Yeah, and the barista's like, I'm sorry, what? He's like, the donator, and then points to his arm where the little cotton swab is, and is like, I just came from donating blood, so I'm really going to need this coffee to help get my energy up because, I need to help people.
The
He
donator.
had to have been, it had to have been a joke.
Well, that's what I thought. Like, I was just like, because he was kind of like going on, and so I was like, well, this is just a joke. Like, he's just doing this because he knew that I was nervous. But it, like, was relentless. Like, he's talking to all these strangers on the street. He's telling the barista to give him the name The Donator on his coffee cup.
It sounds
That
like
was-
sounds like a superhero.
Yeah.
Donator.
Kind of is. Jubal saving lives, maybe.
Well, clearly he thinks he's a superhero.
Yeah.
And you know
So-
what? I wonder how we talk to the donator.
I don't
Is
know
it like
if
some sort of a syringe signal or something we put up in the air? I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm avoiding talking to him, because I just don't know how to talk to the donator.
Okay, well, I can tell you how to talk to the donator, Emily, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Hi, Emily.
Yeah.
Hi.
That's the donator.
All right, guys. Can I explain that?
Yeah,
I think
would-
everybody wants you to.
I want to hear it.
I'm doing good here. I'm helping out people. Like, I want to let people know that, I'm doing a cool deed, If I don't talk about it to everybody, how will they know to do it too? Huh? I mean, come on.
Spread the
Good
word.
question.
I
It's
guess.
kind of like a PSA.
Yeah, like I'm a superhero, the donator. It's kind of a joke, but it's also like, there's facts and jokes too, So I just want to help people out.
Okay.
Miles, that is such a turnoff. And
How is that a turnoff?
because you're putting people in a position of then all of a sudden have to be like, wow, congratulations, way to go for being a good human being, instead of you
What's
just
wrong with that?
being, because it's cocky and it's arrogant. Like,
It's confidence. What's wrong with confidence? What's wrong with confidence of like doing a good
confidence
deed?
and cocky. You know what? Do you remember you asking me? I will never forget this. This is so disgusting, you guys. Do you remember what you said? You asked me, where do you want your blood to go? You're like, well, I hope my blood goes to some f***ing sicko so he can turn his life around.
What?
Exactly.
Do you say
Is that not psychotic?
I don't get it. Like,
To me, it sounded like he was probably wanting to help some drug addict, and he thought that his blood would somehow morph this person into being sober.
No, no. See, you don't get it. I meant a sicko. Like someone who's sick out there that needs blood. I don't know. There's all these types of diseases and all these sickos out there. They need healthy blood. There's a good red-blooded American like me.
A good red blood.
oh god.
Hey, I'm not trying to offend anybody, all right? I'm just trying to help people, all right?
Okay.
What's wrong with that? I don't get it. Because I'm trying to help people with my healthy blood. I just want to help out a sicko, okay? That's what I do. That's what I try to do. That's what I do. I help out sickos. Be healthy.
But I feel like the choice of words is not the best, Miles.
Sicko.
You make it sound like you have magic blood in your veins, like this super healing, wonderful power that is above regular human beings, that your blood is so much better than anybody else's blood, and therefore if anybody gets your blood in their body, oh my goodness, all their woes are fixed
want
because
donated
Miles
blood.
donated blood.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, I do believe that. I do have great blood. Last time I donated blood, they're complimenting me, saying that my blood was probably the best blood they had all day.
Do they actually say? I haven't been able to donate blood because I've had tattoos, but
I think so.
Do they compliment your blood?
If you have like a universal blood type, it can go to help a lot of different people.
Yeah, that's what he said. My red blood cells were through the roof. My white blood cells are amazing. So I just want to help out sickos out there, okay? Like, people need, like, good blood cells.
Emily, I gotta say, there's something kind of lovable about Miles. Really? I mean, if
Well,
if
why
you
don't
guys
you go out with him?
Well, I don't want to go out with him. I could see where the blood thing got a little obnoxious. But if you guys had met under different circumstances where he wasn't praising himself the entire time, do you think that you would have still been attracted to him?
I mean, is he even capable of not praising himself the whole time? I mean, we had this great interaction up top before we gave blood, and then it just all went downhill. And even talking to him now, it's still all about him. And it's like been 5 minutes of knowing this guy.
I think it's a lot about sickos too, personally. But
Well, hey, it's not just about me, Emily. It's also about you. You should take pride in your blood. Your blood is good. It's healthy. You're in the same boat as me. So don't act like you're better than me.
I'm not saying that I'm better than you, but I don't need to brag. You just do a good deed because that is the reward in itself.
Wait.
You don't need to get a gold
This is
star
your first
or
time
a
donating
superstar.
blood, right? It's your first time donating blood? I've donated blood like over 12 times.
whoa, Miles, that's crazy, man.
he's
That's
on a
awesome.
dozen, man.
You know what, Miles? You are so right. Like, you are just phenomenal and amazing, and you only deserve the best blood to be in a woman that you're choosing to date. And I just don't have that because I've only donated one time. I'm not a 12-time donator.
You're not worthy.
Yeah.
So I'm just not, I don't think I'm the girl for you. I don't think I'm good enough for you.
Well, Emily, let's get an official answer on that because I have to ask this question first. Emily, would you like to go out on a second date with Miles? We will pay for it.
You know, I just think I'm not good enough for him. So I think I'm going to have to pass.
You know what? I get you're being sarcastic. I get you're just trying to look cool in the radio, but you can't tell me we didn't have a great connection while we're talking.
No, we did not bond. We did not have good times. You had a good time fluffing your ego and talking about yourself and getting attention for donating blood. It was not good, comfortable for me at all. I was nervous. And you made things weird.
You made things weird.
I'm weird.
Oh my
I'm
God.
weird. I'm saving lives, honey. So, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. This is honestly, if I was sick and I needed some blood, I would not want that guy's blood for fear that it would make me an arrogant a-hole, too. If you missed today's second date update, this dude named Miles wanted to call a girl named Emily. They met at the blood bank. They were actually giving blood. It was her first time. He's done it a lot. And the reason that she wasn't calling him back is after they donated blood, they're like, let's go down and get some coffee. And the whole way that they were walking to the coffee shop, he was bragging to people, just random strangers on the street, about how he just gave blood. He even asked for the barista to call him the donator when they called out his name. And he just couldn't stop bragging about how he gave blood and how awesome his blood is. And how he couldn't wait for some sicko to get his blood
That was a bug
so that they could have his powerful blood.
It sounds like a pretty cool superpower, though.
It does.
Like the donator.
Donator. She decided that she did not want to go out with him again because he's a little arrogant.
At least he was arrogant about good things, I
Yeah,
suppose,
I mean, at least
you
he's
know?
still giving blood.
Yeah, it's not like he's arrogant about his good looks or anything like that.
Just making sure that everybody knows he
Yep.
is the donator. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person that didn't call you back. It is Friday, so that means Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week coming up in just a few minutes at 8:10.
Moving 92.5.
A dude named Mike is on the phone for a second date today. He said he went on a double date with the girl he wants to call. I've only been on one double date, and it worked out great for me. I got in an argument with the girl that I was with and ended up leaving everybody.
Why is
So
that
I don't
great?
think double dates are very good. And so it's no wonder that Mike's not getting a call back after his double date.
Oh, my God.
Mike, did you guys argue on the actual date and then you just ditched out?
No, that didn't happen.
Good.
Oh my
That's
God.
not normal.
That is so awkward for the other three people that were with you.
She
Jubal.
was terrible. She was a horrible person.
Oh my God.
Anyway, it's not about me. It's about you right now, Mike. What's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Her name is Erin.
Erin. All right. And where did you meet Erin?
So we actually met at a bar crawl.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, we had a 7-legged bar crawl.
What is a 7-legged one?
So it's pretty much you and a group of friends get tied at your legs, like 6 of us tied at your legs.
What?
And you just go to bars all night and drink.
What?
And you're tied together?
How do you fit through anywhere?
It's
Like
an
if
action-
you're 6 people deep.
And you have to actually crawl.
Yeah, that's part of the fun. I mean, you have to figure it out or you just won't make it, you know?
Lot of coordination.
Okay.
But wait, how do you hit on a person when you have 6 other people tied to you? Are they all just standing there awkwardly listening to your...
I mean, it's like if she didn't like me, she couldn't run away, right?
Wait, so she was
Oh, wait.
was she tied to you? Was she in the group of people that were tied together?
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
So-
see.
Okay,
I
got
thought
it.
it was like 7 group of people tied together talking to another 7 group of people. I
Me
get
too.
it now.
I thought that too.
No. So yeah, she was really chill, and we actually ended up, talking a lot about, movies and kind of other things that we were into, and
I take it she was tied right next to you and not like at the end of all the people and you weren't yelling down the line.
yeah, she was right next to me.
Okay.
Good.
So did you ask her out that night?
Well, actually, at the end of the night, we all ended up getting really, really faded, and I worked up the courage to ask her out.
I thought you may be going somewhere else with that. You're like, we're all
Yeah.
drunk, we're
And
all
we
tied up
all
already.
ended up back in
A little bit of bondage, a little bit of, I don't know.
I mean, we're
Okay,
already
well, so
tied
you
up.
you got drunk enough to ask her out. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my roommate was also in our group, and she got to know her too, and they kind of hit it off also. So I suggested a double date with my roommate and I.
Okay.
Cool.
So I invited Erin over to be my date, and I got my roommate to invite her guy over to be her date.
What'd you guys do when you went out?
So we invited them over to our place, and we drank, and then we made our way down to the bars again.
Awesome.
It's kind of crazy how we always seem to end up at a bar somehow.
Seems to be a theme to your life right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Just drinking.
There's not a lot of food involved, it sounds like, either.
I mean, we had some snacks, but
Okay.
Okay.
How did it go?
I mean, it was cool. I mean, I enjoyed myself.
Okay.
It got a little awkward at one point.
Oh, no.
My roommate started making out with her guy, and I kind of suggested that we one-up them,
What?
and she kind of just laughed it off.
Like, one up them.
So you were being really serious, like, we need to make out too, and she laughed at you.
Well, I thought I was being, smooth with that line. I thought I was going to get at least a little peck on the cheek or something. But yeah, she just kind of laughed it off.
Okay. So did you not get a kiss at all?
I didn't, no.
Okay. And was that just the end of the date? You guys just hung out for a little while watching your roommate make out with her date and she left?
No, it got a little awkward, so we pretty much just ended up getting the check and calling it a night.
So what got awkward? Just that you were sitting there staring at your roommate swapping saliva?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I offered to get her an Uber back in case she wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually took me up on my offer, so.
Okay.
Okay. So you got her an Uber home, and have you talked to her since?
I've tried calling, but it just goes straight to voicemail, so
Nothing.
Oh, it doesn't even ring?
yeah.
Sounds like you've been blocked or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, hopefully not.
All right. Well, we'll try to find out. We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
All right.
All right, hang on. Usually when a first date starts by being tied up to a group of other people and there's all kinds of making out going on, I mean, usually you're in for a lot of fun.
That's a success.
But apparently that didn't happen for Mike. He wants to call a girl named Erin today who isn't calling him back. They actually met at a 7-legged bar crawl. I guess him and 6 of his friends were all tied together, and she was one of those people. Then he ended up asking her out. She hung out with him and his roommate and another dude on a double date.
Yeah.
Things were going okay, but then it got awkward when his roommate started making out with her date in front of them. He made a joke like, maybe we should try to one-up him. She wasn't into that. And then she got an Uber home and hasn't called him since. So
ouch.
see if we can find out why. All right, Mike, you ready to call her?
Yeah, let's do it.
Have you ever thought that maybe, just maybe, she isn't calling you back because she doesn't know you sober at all?
Oh.
No.
All right.
I mean, I don't know her sober either, so it's kind of the same thing, right?
Good
Yeah, you
boy.
could hate her sober. You might not even want to call her, but we'll find out. We'll see if she's sober when we get her on the phone, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Erin, please?
This is she.
I'm doing a survey on this dude named Mike that I know and anybody who's been out on a date with him. Have you been out on a date with a guy named Mike recently?
Sorry, wait, I'm confused. Are you being serious?
Kind of joking.
Sort of.
Really.
We do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, that person can email us to get you on the phone to try to figure out what happened. So Mike emailed us about your date.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
Do you mind talking to us for a minute about your date with Mike?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. So he told us how you met, like some 7-legged bar crawl thing. And then he says that you went out on a double date with him and his roommate, but now you're not getting back to him. He said he really liked you and he can't figure out why. Was there a reason?
I don't know. I feel like the whole situation with him, it's just, I really don't think it's going to work out between us, though.
What situation? I mean, he didn't mention that he was in any sort of situation.
I mean, just kind of what happened that night. It just got kind of weird, but
The only thing that he told us that was weird was his roommate started making out with her date and wouldn't stop, and he thought that was awkward.
oh, he didn't tell you about the situation with him and his roommate?
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, okay, so basically at one point I was talking to his roommate alone, and she was telling me that occasionally when she and Mike get bored, they'll hook up.
Oh.
Like maybe like once or twice a month or something like that.
Wait a minute. What?
They're sleeping together?
Just casually?
Yeah. Yep. So,
Yeah.
Huh.
like, I kind of tried to play it cool, like, at the time, but I'm
Right.
really, like, not cool with that at all. It's not what I'm looking for.
Wait, you don't want to date a guy who hooks up with his roommate from time to time?
No, and especially not someone he, like, lives with. Like, anyway, so I just kind of, like, the rest of the date, I was kind of like, oh, okay, just gonna try to sit here and let the time pass and get home.
And there's no way, like, she wasn't joking, right? There's no way it could have been a joke or something.
No, I think she was being very sincere.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Just from what I could tell. Yeah. And she was like, it's not a big deal. It's totally fine. I just want to let you know. Like,
How is that not a big deal?
Well,
Yeah,
and
you
no.
would think that would be a big deal.
Yeah.
I think what's
Yeah.
happening is the roommate likes Mike, and she was trying to sabotage your date with him.
Oh.
well, either way, even if she's not the one who has feelings, then they're sleeping together and they live together. So it's kind of like, I don't really want to get in between that.
No.
What if she's
I mean, he
making it
probably
up?
wants you to get in between it. That's probably what he's really hoping for.
She might be, but
What if she's making it up, though?
She's not making it up. You don't make up something like that.
I don't know.
You're roommates, dude. That is, who is going to date Mike when he's sleeping with his roommate? No one.
yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of surprised you didn't mention that. But
Yeah.
Well, that answers our question.
Definitely does.
Pretty cut and dry there.
yeah, so, after that, I didn't really want to, like, go out with him again or see him again.
Yeah. Well, the good news is you don't have to see him again, but I do want to see if you'll talk to him again because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Mike is on the phone?
Yeah, Mike, you still there?
Oh, my God. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Hey, I heard all of that. I mean, what's the big deal? I mean,
What's the big deal? Are you serious?
it's not a big deal. I mean, we're not exclusive.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't really care if you're not exclusive, but you're like the girl you live with, like your
I mean,
roommate.
Only once in a blue moon, and it's purely physical. You know what I mean? So we're not exclusive, and I don't know why this is a big deal.
For real. You don't know why that's an issue.
You're sleeping with somebody that you live with.
No, I mean, are you trying to pressure me to be your boyfriend? Is that what you want?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Women always trying to like ruin your life right away.
No,
I mean, it seems like you're trying to pressure me to not see other ladies.
What?
no, you can go ahead and see other ladies. I'm looking for someone who doesn't have your situation going on.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, think about it. Like, how could she ever trust you if you guys did start a relationship?
Yeah.
I mean, my roommate's dates are cool with it. I don't see how you wouldn't be cool with it.
Well, it's just what if you're just sitting around and we're starting to get serious, but one day, like, what if I'm out of town and you just get really bored and you hook up with her and, like, what then? Like, it's just then.
Well, if that did happen, I'd tell you. I'd be honest about it.
Yeah, if we were dating and I
considerate.
slept with my roommate, I'd at least let you know.
That's very nice.
That is nice of you, Mike.
I appreciate the honesty, but that's still just not really what I'm going for. Like,
Right.
think about it this way, Mike. Like, if I asked you to come over to my apartment and then I told you, like, oh, hey, I'm having sex with my male roommate over here, would you be, like, super cool with that? Like, what would you think of that?
I mean, I just want you to call me and after you've showered.
Dang,
Wow, man. That is.
I mean, I'm just saying, we should be allowed to date other people. Why do you care who I date? We're not exclusive. Did we sit down and have a conversation and say, hey, I'm your boyfriend, you're my girlfriend? Like that, we did not have that conversation.
Obviously, we haven't had that kind of conversation, and it's different too when the person that you're like seeing just lives just 10 feet away from you all the time. I mean, that just makes it even weirder. Like, I can't. It's just not something I'm into.
Mike, why aren't you just dating your roommate?
No, I'm not into her like that. I mean, that's just weird.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird
that's
What do you
weird.
think? I'm
to
a
date someone
weirdo?
that you're sleeping with casually who happens to live with you too. It's odd. I'm with you there on that one, Mike.
I mean, honestly, have none of you guys hooked up with any of your friends because you've been bored?
Yeah, but it wasn't
No.
multiple times a month, and I didn't live with them.
I mean, I highly recommend it because it's pretty fun and it's pretty convenient.
Very
right.
convenient, too.
So hear that, Aaron? It's convenient. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is.
Wow.
Well, I mean, keep it on, Mike, but I don't think I'm going to have any part of that.
Well, hold on, Aaron. Before you get to that, let me just ask you: would you like to go on a second date with Mike? We will pay for it.
No, I'm sorry,
Oh,
no.
shocking.
Oh, man.
Aaron, how about this? How about you come over one night with my roommate? We can all like have dinner and talk this over.
Uh-huh.
You
Sounds
know?
like something
Yeah,
else.
it sounds like you got something else planned, Mike.
Yeah.
Have some drinks.
I think, Mike, you guys just have different boundaries, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yours are a little bit more open than hers.
A lot more open.
I mean, she's definitely open to come over whenever she wants.
Oh, okay, Aaron.
Open invite.
Well, I'm sorry. You turned down the date, but you got an open invite over to Mike's place whenever you want it. That's kind of nice, right?
Thank you.
All right. Well, appreciate you telling us why you didn't call him back. And Mike, maybe be more upfront about that with other dates that you go on, and you might find a girl that's right for you.
Or don't say it at all.
Or just, again, start dating the roommate.
Ew, I would never date her. She's like my sister.
Oh, my
All right.
God.
It's getting worse.
Things are all
It's getting
bad.
even worse for you, Mike. Take care. A lot of people try to find fun games to play when they're on a first date. Usually it's something boring like checkers or Chinese checkers or Italian checkers.
What is
Basically,
this?
people play checkers on first dates all the time.
No, they don't.
But the guy in today's second date, Mike, chose to play a different game. He didn't go the checker route.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Curveball.
Yeah, what's up, Mike? How are you?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. I read your email. Way to be bold and not play checkers on a first date, man.
Yeah, thanks. I thought that was a little too run of the mill, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, exactly. Mike knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody's always playing checkers on first dates, huh?
I know.
Why are we so obsessed with checkers right
I
now?
don't know, Brooks.
What did you do on your first date?
Well, so we went to a bar, right? And like we got to the bar and I wanted to do something fun and I wanted to break the ice. And so I decided like the two of us should play this game together, you know?
Okay, what game?
I thought we'll look at the bar and we'll pick out a person and we'll guess that person's name and what they do for a living.
Oh, I like that game. I play that game. I don't know that there's a name for that game, but I often play that game.
Yeah, it's fun. Like you get to show each other like a little bit of your personality. You laugh.
Yeah, and you get to judge people all at the same time.
No, it's not judging
It's super
people.
fun.
It's just like making funny backstories about how maybe they like worked at a manure plant a while back.
Totally, yeah. So like after the game, I thought let's go talk to them and like actually see like how did we do.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Whoa.
That's risky. Did you just go up to him and be like, hey, we've been watching you all night trying to guess what you do for a living, and we want to see if we're right, and then ask them a bunch of questions?
So, you know, you go up to them and you just sort of like casually ask them about themselves and you just try and like, you know, drop it in. Like, I mean, it's easy to start with the name, right? And then like you naturally get to like what they do for a living. And like it turns out we got one guy right.
So what did this guy do that you got right?
Well, so he works in IT, and we looked at him. We saw his T-shirt. It was like a computer graphic, and he was wearing some glasses, and he was like nursing his drink in the corner. And you know, we both thought like IT, and we're talking to him, and he tells us he works in IT. And as soon as he said that, just instinct, like she and I high five, and he looks at us real weird.
Yeah. Maybe he just thinks you're really passionate about IT jobs. Like, hell yeah, guys, can I get in on that high five too?
Yeah, I mean, like, we totally would have high fived him. Like, it was a great moment.
Okay, so it sounds like you had a good time.
Yes, it was so much fun. Like, we kept going around and, like, meeting more people. And there was this other table that we introduced ourselves to, and we hung out with them. We laughed. I was enjoying myself. She was enjoying herself. Wow. This table, like, they enjoyed hanging out with us.
Hey!
I mean, everything sounds great till this point. How'd you end everything?
You know, we both had to be up for work the next day, and, like, we both decided, let's call it a night. And we walked outside. I gave her a hug, and it was just, like, it was a really nice date. Like, you know, nothing awkward. It was just, like, a nice hug at the end, and I haven't heard from her since.
Did you get time through all this game and hanging out with your new group of friends to actually get to know her very well?
I mean, I thought so, yeah. You know, I thought, like, we got a chance to show each other, like, how we interact. And, you know, there were no, like, awkward silences that, like, I tend to experience on first dates. You know, we got to sort of, like, hang out with each other and, like, see how we interact with lots of different kinds of people. I thought it was awesome.
Okay, so after the date, did you make plans to hang out again?
We didn't make concrete plans, but we both said, like, yes, let's hang out again. She confirmed that she had a good time,
okay.
You know, and I was, like, very clear, like, this was awesome. I'd love to see you again.
You think she's not calling you back then?
You know, like, I don't know. There was one moment, like, during the night when, like, I made one joke about one guy that, like, I just thought it was a joke that, like, didn't land right, you know?
Uh-huh. What was the joke?
So we were looking at this one guy, trying to guess his name and what he does, and, like, his clothes were, like, real shabby, didn't look like he prized, like, personal hygiene. And, like, I made a comment and a joke about, like, well, he's probably poor.
Oh, dude.
Okay, that's not really a joke. That's just mean.
Yeah.
Were you right? Do you know if you were right?
I don't know. We steered clear of that guy.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want to talk to poor people anyway, right?
Well, yeah.
How did she react when you said that? Did she seem upset?
I mean, there was, like, a look, right? She seemed a little bit like, oh, she winced a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, he's poor.
No,
you're going to wince.
She didn't wince because of that. She winced because she's a little uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
but I didn't think it was more than that. I mean, like, I'm poor. I couldn't care less if she's poor, right? Like, I'm just joking.
Okay,
you know?
so you think maybe she's not calling you back because she didn't like that joke?
I mean, that's really all I can think of.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then find out if you got a second date or if you get ditched.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
Okay, hang on. If you're just joining us for today's second date, I'm really surprised that Mike, who is on the phone to call Deanna right now for another date, isn't getting a call back because normally women love it when you make fun of poor people on dates.
Oh, no.
Mike, I'm surprised. Like, that's always been a go-to for me. Sometimes we just drive around the city and laugh at homeless people, and it's always gotten me so far with ladies.
Sick, dude.
You're terrible.
That is not fair. That is not at all what I meant. It was a light joke, and it didn't land. It didn't land.
All right, if you're wondering what we're talking about, Mike went out with this girl named Deanna. They went to a bar, and they spent their night playing a fun game where they would look at people and try to guess their occupation and all that, and then even go up to them later and meet them and then find out if they were right. But he feels like she might not be calling back because he had a poorly timed joke where he looked at someone and said, I bet you that guy's just poor. And his date didn't look like she thought it was funny.
It sounds worse here.
I never heard. Did you ever approach the poor guy and find out what he did?
No, we steered clear of him. I thought it was probably not best to revisit.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, just leave that in the past and move forward.
Yeah.
And even then, it sounds like you recovered because you said that she was interested in hanging out again at the end of the night.
It sounded like it, yeah. And like, we kept hanging out. We kept meeting these other people. She had a great time.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'm about to dial her phone number right now and see if we can find out why she's not getting back to you, okay?
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Deanna, please?
This is Deanna.
Hey, Deanna, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Brooke and Jubal.
In the Morning. Brooke and Jubal's the first name, last name in the morning.
No.
Don't listen to him. Dude.
What are you calling me about? What's happening?
It's Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. And we got an email about you from one of our listeners.
About me?
Yeah. His name is Mike, and you guys went out on a date the other night.
Oh. Why did he email you guys?
That was a tone change.
Because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. So Mike had a really great time. He says he thought you had a good time too, but now you're not calling him back. So
Well, that's interesting.
that's interesting. You don't think that he had a good time?
You could say that, yeah.
His description of the date is like picture perfect almost. Like you guys were laughing, you're high-fiving, you gave hugs.
Oh, that's true. I thought we had a really good time. I had fun, but apparently he didn't have, I don't know, good enough time.
Why do you say that?
I mean, how much do you guys know?
Well, we know that you guys went to a bar and then played a game where you would guess people's occupations and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Then went and talked to people and found out if you were right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all he told us.
Was it the poor joke? He told us about the poor joke, how he tried to
gosh.
make fun of somebody and it didn't really work very well.
No. The whole thing was us judging people. That was fine.
Okay, so you're into that. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I was even joking about somebody saying that they were probably a professional, like, hamburger eater or something. Like I mean, we were just joking. It was all in good fun. It was fine.
Okay, so if that didn't bother you, then why don't you think he had a good time?
Okay, so did he tell you, like, we made some friends?
He told us that you guys talked to a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah. There was this one group in particular that, like, we kind of ended the evening with. We were sitting at the table and, like, you know, having drinks and having laughs, and, like, we got along really well.
Okay, all that sounds good. Like, you haven't told me anything that sounds bad yet.
So the point is, I had to work in the morning, he had to work in the morning, so it was time to go. You know, we give each other a hug, we say, you know, had a great time, like to see each other again.
And at this point, you think that you guys are going to go out again?
I thought so, yeah. So we say goodbye. And I get home, and one of the girls from the table sent me a friend request on Facebook. So, you know, I accepted her friend request. And, like, I had not been home that long. And she sent me a message on Facebook saying that she's like, I don't know if you know, but this guy that you were in with is back at the bar. Oh. And he was, like, she told me, she's there, like, in real time, like, telling me, like, what's going on with this guy, that he's, like, at the bar, like, flirting with other girls. When he told me he was going to go home.
So he
Yeah.
didn't go home.
Yeah, but in the same vein, you guys, I mean, it's one date. It's not like you're in a relationship. He has no reason to be...
But I'm just saying, it's kind of weird for him to say goodbye to me and go back into the bar where we just had a date, and he's hitting on other girls.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that.
I'm still on the fence. Is that weird?
I would say that's weird. Like, he said he was going home. He lied. Obviously, he's not that into me, and I'm just not into that.
Okay, well, he said that he was into you.
Well, it seems otherwise.
Okay, well, maybe you want to ask him because he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yep. Mike, are you there, or have you called another radio show already?
No, come on, guys. Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Deanna.
Hi, Mike.
Look, there's a completely reasonable explanation to all of this.
Okay.
I came with a jacket, and when we walked out of the bar, I left it in there. So I went back in to get my jacket.
Okay.
So you're saying you forgot your jacket and then you accidentally started flirting with other women?
No. I'm saying that I don't get to, like, have a lot of nights where I get to, like, socialize. I don't go out a lot. And so when I went back in to get the jacket, I went back to the table that we had been hanging out with, and I just, like, stayed and I hung out with them, and I had a good time. I wasn't hitting on other girls.
Oh.
Really? So why would this girl tell me that you were?
I have absolutely no idea. I wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to, like, the other guys at the table more than her. She has no reason to send you that. Like, that's way out of line.
So you're just telling me that she just made it up? That she just decided to tell me, just make up that you were flirting with other women? Why? What would she do that for? Why would she tell me that?
Look, yes, were there other women at the bar that I spoke to? Yeah. Was I hitting on them? No, like, not at all. I
hear you. It just seems different than what I heard, and it just felt really, really crappy, you know? Like, I had a good time with you.
Okay, if you're asking me if I am banging anyone that we met...
Wait, that's the word that you jumped to?
Mike!
I think she said flirting.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You went from 0 to 100.
Well, I just thought, like, let's put all our cards on the table, you know?
Yeah, put it out there,
Wow,
Mike.
you did. You put them all out there.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, Mike, I didn't say you were banging other people.
I mean, I just got like, I feel like I'm being accused here.
Yeah, but she said flirting, Mike.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Well, call a spade a spade. Like, I know, I don't know. I had a good time.
This is such an intense conversation after a first date.
Yeah.
Like, Mike sounds like a sketch ball, and
I don't know about a sketch ball. Like, that's a little bit harsh.
no, I agree, but like both of you sound a little crazy on the phone right now to me.
This is not my fault. I was brought into this on the radio.
Yeah.
I was happy to just leave it alone, you know?
That's true. I'll give you that.
Look, Deanna, I like you. I had a good time, and I obviously wouldn't be calling this radio station to get in touch with you if I was banging somebody else.
Mike, stop it. We get it. We get it, Mike. Deanna, would you like to go on a second date with Mike? We will pay for it. Assure you he's not banging anybody else at that bar.
Please, Deanna, please go out with me again. Like, I swear on my life, on my brother's life, on my mother's life, on my grandmother's life, that I was only going back into that bar to get my jacket.
Wow. You hear that,
Wow.
Deanna? People will die if Mike's lying. So would you go out with him one more time?
I mean, I don't want to hurt his mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yay!
So that's a yes. So you'll go on a second date with Mike.
Sure. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Sure, yes.
Oh, Deanna, that's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you. I promise you will not regret it. We'll have a great, great time.
Okay. But keep the banging talk to a minimum.
Awesome.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Normally, I start off the second date updates by saying so-and-so is on the phone with us, and today they want to do a second date update. Well, I'll say that today, except you won't know their name.
Why?
Because it'll be beeped out. So I'll say the name 3 times now. You didn't understand any of that because that was all beeped. But she is on the phone to do a second date update today. She closed her email out to us saying, I will do a second date update as long as you beep my name out because people will know who I am because I'm in the public eye.
Oh, well, aren't you fancy?
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Thank you for agreeing to do the second date update.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So you said you're in the public eye, but you didn't say what you do. Are you perhaps the Vice President of the United States of America?
No, I am not.
Oh.
I was recently a Miss America contestant.
Oh,
All right.
That's cool.
Beauty pageant queen.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
you were going to be like a meteorologist or something, but we'll take beauty pageant.
No, I'm not a meteorologist, although I do actually really like the sciences.
Okay. So you're not getting a call back from a dude. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, I haven't been on a date in a little while. I've been having trouble meeting someone. I just, haven't met the right person. And
I would imagine for somebody like you probably meet a lot of creepy dudes who want to date you just because you're a beauty pageant contestant and you've competed in Miss America and stuff like that.
I want to date
Yeah.
her. I wanna know her.
and then honestly, my day-to-day life, because there is a lot of work that goes into beauty pageants, there's not a lot of guys around,
Yeah.
to like meet at work sort of a thing.
So you just meet creepy dudes when you're signing autographs, basically.
Yeah.
All right. So you really like this guy, though?
I did. My friend convinced me very much against my will to try out a dating app.
Okay.
I've heard such awful stories that I was terrified to try doing it. But I tried it, and I met this guy, and he was really cute, and he seemed really sweet. And we ended up going out on a date, and it turned out to be a really, at least what I thought was a really, really great date.
Did he know that you were a Miss America contestant?
If he did, he didn't say anything, and I didn't bring up the whole pageant thing because I just didn't want to go there on a first date. I thought that would be a little weird for a lot of reasons.
You didn't show up in a sash with a crown.
No, I didn't do that.
See, that's what I would have done, definitely, if I was in your position. So what'd you guys do when you went out?
We met at a bar and had a drink, and
hit it off, and we had lots of great conversation. And it turned into dinner, and it turned into us having, a nice evening together. And then he asked me if he could walk me back to my car, and I said sure. And I ended up kissing him, which I've never done on a first date before.
So he didn't kiss you, you kissed him.
No, I guess I mean I let him kiss me. We kissed.
I was picturing you grabbing him by the shoulders and slamming him up against his car.
No.
That's hot. Why not?
No. We kissed. I've never done that before. I don't know if he thinks.
You know that saying I don't usually do that is code for I do that all the time.
I know, but in this case it's true. I've literally never kissed anybody on a first date ever.
Did you tell him that after you kissed him?
Not in so many words, but I don't know if he thinks that I'm just a hookup girl or something. I'm totally overanalyzing this, but I thought we had a great time, and I sent him a text the next day just saying, "Hey, had a great time. It was nice to meet you." And nothing happened, and so I waited a few more days, and then I just said, "Hey, hope you're doing okay," and still nothing.
So you just haven't heard anything back from him at all since your date?
No.
Did you try texting him in all caps? I'm a damn former Miss America contestant. How dare you turn me down?
No.
Okay, that might work.
Do you think that there's a chance he could be intimidated by you?
That's honestly, I've encountered that, and it's one of the reasons that I didn't want to say anything, but I don't think he knows that I am. I didn't mention anything about it, and so if he knew on his own, he knew going into the date, so.
But you're a pretty well-spoken person, so
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, nothing makes me not want to call a girl back more than her being well-spoken.
I'm just saying, some guys
the
don't
worst.
are worried that the girl has outsmarted them or something.
Pretty and smart.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope it's not the case. If it's so, then he's not the guy for me.
Yeah.
But it's interesting with the whole pageant thing because I'm fortunate that I'm attractive, but it's kind of a double-edged sword because a lot of times that's all people see me as.
I feel your pain there. I get that all the time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm more than just good looks. I have a brain, too. If you would take a second and just talk to me rather than just oogle me nonstop.
It's a hard
It's a
life.
tough thing that we have to deal with. So did anything out of the ordinary at all happen on your date?
Nothing overt. I've been, kind of obsessing over the details and trying to think what it might be, and we didn't really have a lot in common. We still had a great time, but we didn't seem to have a lot of specific things in common in our lives.
Okay.
So.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
Okay, just hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Welcome back to today's second date update, where we're joined by royalty this morning. That's right, is on the phone with us. The name is beeped out because she doesn't want her name revealed to the public because she is in the spotlight quite often as the queen of the universe.
That's not it at all.
At least the queen of whatever pageant that she's currently competing in to win. In case you missed the first part of today's second date update, is on the phone with us. She doesn't want her name revealed because she's a former Miss America contestant. She went out on a date with a guy named Chris. Chris isn't calling her back. She said everything on the date went fine, and she can't think of any reason that he's not calling her back other than the fact that they kissed on the first date, which is something she doesn't normally do. She thinks he might think that she's a little too forward. And what was the other reason?
We didn't really seem to have a lot in common.
Okay.
In general, but.
Well, nobody has anything in common with you because you are royalty. It's hard to find common ground with a commoner. Am I right?
Oh, man.
What kingdom are you from, Prince? Oh, you're not from a kingdom.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get him on the phone, and find out why he's not calling you back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Chris, please?
Speaking.
Hey, Chris, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they emailed me asking if I could get you on the phone to talk to you about that date.
What?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It is
It's
kinda
called the
crazy.
Second Date Update. It's a segment that we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and don't call them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why. Her name is
Oh, man.
Did you not like
Yeah, I mean, do you guys make a lot of these calls?
We do, actually. Usually things work out for the best. People end up hashing things out and go out on another date at the end of the phone call. So just wanted to know if she did anything wrong on the date and why you're not calling her back.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was fine, I guess.
Fine, I guess. So not impressive enough to have you want to go out with her again.
Honestly, she was just, like, kind of annoying.
What?
She was annoying?
Yeah, like, she was, I mean, it was, like, an okay date. It's just, like, she's just kind of one of those annoying, like, fake people.
Fake?
Whoa.
Why was she fake?
Like, she was trying too hard, you know? Like, it was like she was put together and everything, but she was just, like, trying really hard and was kind of, like, annoying.
If she
Kind of annoying. So she didn't seem genuine to you.
Yeah, and also she had, like, a really annoying laugh.
We talked to her on the phone because we talk to the people when they want us to do one of these second date updates, and I didn't notice her having an annoying laugh.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what to say. Maybe, like, it's more annoying in person, or maybe she was, like, fake laughing with me. Either way, I was like, what is going on?
But if she was so annoying, why would you kiss her at the end of the date? I mean, that totally gives her the wrong impression.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She was a really pretty girl, so I wasn't really going to, you know, pass up on a kiss with a pretty girl.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
Right? Like, it was there, so I thought, all right, cool. But, you know, kind of going forward, she's not really the girl for me. Like, she's kind of trying too hard and too put together. You know, it just wasn't, like, good chemistry.
Okay, so you're not calling her back because she seemed fake and she has an annoying laugh.
Yeah, and she also wasn't that funny either.
Wow.
That's the worst. Somebody who has an annoying laugh and then can't crack a joke. Am I right?
Yeah, no, and I'm always looking for girls who have a really good sense of humor who can make me laugh, and so it was kind of like a disappointment.
So you know what? She did tell us that she's really busy and she doesn't date a lot. So maybe she was seeming fake, or you got that vibe from her because she doesn't go out very much and doesn't really know how to date.
Yeah, but like that's not that cool either.
All right. So you just didn't like her
Wow.
and you thought she was kind of annoying, if I'm going to just wrap it all up in a nutshell.
Yeah, like to be totally blunt.
See, we thought you weren't calling her back because you maybe got home and Googled her and found out that she was in pageants and stuff like that and thought they were stupid or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's in beauty pageants and stuff like that. You said she was pretty. She actually a former Miss America contestant.
She didn't say anything about it on the date.
Well, you know what? Would you like to talk to her?
Actually, maybe I should just text her and see what's up with that.
You know what? You don't need to text her. You can actually talk to her right now because she's on the other line listening.
Hi.
Wait,
Yeah. Say hi to Chris.
Hey.
hey, what's up?
Sorry I was so annoying on our date.
No, I don't think it was like that exactly. You know, I think it was maybe just like,
No, you seem pretty clear about it.
I don't know. I think that's really a misunderstanding because honestly, you know, first dates can be kind of hard to read.
As somebody who's been in pageants, I know how to wind and answer your way pretty well, and you're doing a pretty bad job of it right now.
No. I think you just misunderstood what I was saying. I was just saying that like that we couldn't really connect for whatever reason. But I think that honestly, if we had another date, like we could actually talk. And,
Honestly.
I mean, didn't you actually hear me say that I wanted to text you again?
Yes, I did hear that after you found out that I was a beauty pageant girl.
That honestly has nothing to do with it.
Chris, you're being
Chris,
so
really?
obvious right now.
You're such an
You're telling me
ass.
you just had a change of heart out of the blue.
No, it's not like out of the blue. It just like made me rethink things about kind of who you are and what you're about. You know, like you could have more going on
No,
than
I'm
I
actually
realized.
really curious to know the answer to this. How does finding out that I'm a pageant girl make you reevaluate me as a person? I'm really curious what new insights it gave you.
Well,
into
because
me.
it's cool because you can like you have to stand up in front of the audience. It takes a lot of bravery and it takes a lot of heart. And also, I'm sure you don't date a lot because of your busy schedule.
That's what they told you.
Chris, you're an idiot.
But I get it. There's a reason why maybe on a first date you wouldn't be totally comfortable.
You weren't concerned about that at all when you completely ignored me after our first date until you found out that I was a pageant girl.
I just feel like a lot of what I said earlier in the call was taken out of context.
Yeah, like the annoying laugh. That can often get taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was like taken out of context in the moment of our first date. We didn't laugh as much as I wanted to, but I know you have to be funny in order.
Was there a quota that you were trying to fill?
I just I think that maybe we could laugh more.
Dude, if I were you, I'd be pissed. Are you pissed?
I'm feeling disappointed because I thought he was really attractive, and I thought we had maybe some prospects for the future, but apparently, I don't even know.
I think maybe we could have some prospects for the future, honestly.
I think you guys could too. Chris, would you like to go out on a second date with? We will pay for it.
Yes, I would.
Okay, yeah, I think you've made that very clear. Are you interested in going out with Chris again?
I'm going to be totally honest. If he had stuck to his guns about I was a kind of annoying on the date or whatnot, and let's give it another chance when I'm not as nervous, I totally would have gone out with you again. But the fact that you did such a 180 because of something to do with the way I look, that's just insulting to me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good for you.
All right, well, I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why are you being annoying right now?
Oh my God, what an ass.
All right, Chris, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Look, just so you know, I'm going to text you after this phone call, so please respond. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.